What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm doing another streaming wealth group. Let's jump into the charts. So yeah, let's kind of just refresh what happened yesterday. So we drew out this pullback plan on BTC. We're pulling back into the lower end of 1 day supply. We literally drew this out yesterday as a possible scenario, and this is exactly what's happening. I had a few different scenarios that I'm looking at from here, and this is one of them. If you're looking for a higher low situation, this is where you want to look to execute a position. Unfortunately, I didn't act upon my market bot short triggers, of which I did get. Nice to see that it's right on that aspect. I am still holding half of my long from a little bit lower, and I'm willing to add into a position if we do start to sweep this low right here. We're coming pretty close into it. I want to see that swept. And then I want to see some lower time frame confluences to react. Right now, we're just kind of falling into closing price action. We still have 4 hours left to close, so this can still look good. I don't like the lower high I put in, but this is the situation that we mapped out yesterday. We mapped out lower high scenarios. We didn't get a squeeze into liquidity that we wanted above, which is the reason why I was a little bit more hesitant to react. But needless to say, this is what we wanted as far as a re-entry for longs if you were not in from lower yesterday. We don't ape at the highs because there's a situation to be had at or near the lows of the current range that we're trading in, and this is exactly what we're seeing here. What I don't like on the lower time frame here is, and I'm going to say lower time frame, but it's a little bit more higher time frame. I guess we're looking on the hourly here. Just really goes with what you think the lower time frame is. This is the hourly here. As far as lower time frame, I would say this is the last week of price action. So I guess that's what I'm saying when I say lower time frame. I'm not looking towards month or years worth of price action, but you have these highs that translated and flipped into these lows here, that then flipped into these new local highs that we have here, that then retested into those highs that were flipped into these lows, into the current high print that we have right now. What's going to happen from here? Are we going to go down towards those lows again, retest, sweep, and hold again? Or are we going to hold from here? That's neither here or there. What I see here is a potential head and shoulder pattern, which I have my eyes on. And part of the reason that I don't want to really enter in new positions here, we're seeing alts get absolutely wrecked intraday. ETH is starting to accept below 2,300. Zcash is nearly at $300. BCH is holding pretty strong, just as I anticipated. Crude oil on the perps sector is stronger, which in turn we're seeing the adverse reaction to the alt market. And that is exactly what is to be expected. That is exactly what we talked about. That is exactly what we were looking at when we pulled up this pairing. On the 1 day, we're looking to print demand. So in 4 hours, if we close this 1 day candle above 88.80, any retest of this demand box is a buy. And that's a situation that I'm looking for. It's not wrong that I waited for confirmation to do so. And what happened the other day? On my market bot, we were looking to long this $86 region. That does not mean that it's a confirmed long. Remember, that's why it's not released to you guys. I'm using it as a scanner for coins that I don't trade. Things that are bringing volume in. Things where that there's clear liquidity to trade. There was clear liquidations on CL. Clear liquidations for the long side. People were anticipating a move up. They were longing. And what happened? We got a liquidation cascade to the downside. That took out everybody looking to long perps, and then a flip back up. So that exact level is flipping back up, and we're seeing the adverse reaction in alts. So what does that tell us? That means that we should keep an eye on this pairing. It's relevant. Something we can include in our trading. We have been very good at scalping the last few weeks. I want to keep that streak. It's okay to take your foot off the gas every now and then. Good tell, I'll clip that up. And I know it sounds boring to some people that want to get in a trade every day, or people that are not in every single one of my trades, or people that have not been following consistently, and that's okay. Look what we're doing here. We're mapping out confirmation. We're making potential triggers for future trades. We're adding and tying in confluences as far as index goes. quote unquote index goes with crude oil. We are able to trade crude oil in the perp sector now. So we're going to keep our eyes onto this. What I do want to do is I want to give a good plan for BTC really quick, and then we'll go on to the next. So for BTC, let's get this chart right here. We drew this scenario as well. I want to just pay attention and lock in really quick. We already made plans for yesterday as far as what we see for price action. We didn't get the pop higher like we wanted into the high end of the wick at 77.2, and that's okay. We're rejecting off of the low end of 77s. We didn't get a breach into it. We really just retested the 76.9. And now we're punching into the middle end of yesterday's candle, of which we have a sort of, flat candle hold. And until we take out the current highs or push it into this wick, I'm not really going to look for a short there because there's a potential that we hold near the lows, and I'd want to be positioned for a long if given the opportunity to do so. I like the 72.7 region. I like that a lot, and I want to see a retest of that region. I think that we could potentially get that if we are patient. Doing that means that I should be looking for entries to short up to that point from a liquidity aspect of things, right? How I teach liquidity, there's highs and there's lows. People are going to be entering their longs with their invalidation below the lows. People are going to be doing the same thing on the adverse side, entering their shorts with their invalidation above the highs. One side's going to get blown out, and you could see the adverse reaction happen once that reaction happens. What does that mean? That once the short plays out, you might see a reverse off that end, or once the long plays out, you might see a reverse on that end. Now, what I'd want to do is I'd want to look up the Monday range and see if that ties in with the sort of price action that we're seeing. Look at how that ties in. I already knew that was going to happen, just because I know what yesterday's price action looks like. This is literally yesterday's price action. But it looks like magic now, right? It's not. It's liquidity. And I wanted to pull that up in that sense for you guys to see. There's a few scenarios from here that I'm looking at. I drew a few squiggles for you guys to play. Does that make sense? I gave a little liquidity lesson yesterday as well. I just want to make sure that you guys are following along. That makes sense. Good tell. I'll clip that last example as well. On BCH, I like how it's holding. I've already had it on my radar for quite some time. What I want to see from it is it sweep the weekly low. I like 419 for an entry on spot. I like the demand that I see on the weekly below. It gave it a retest. It held the top end on a sweep of this low here after confirming an SFP on this initial sweep. It went down, swept that low, came back, closed above, and continued back up, confirming that SFP plant. But now we're in the middle end of this candle here that pushed up to the 460s. I like to think what's logical, what's probable, not just what's possible, because I do want to get positioned. I don't want to just get left behind. Is it possible that we continue up from here and hold these lows and retest the 470? Yeah. But what's probable just based off of the confluences that we looked at on BTC, on crude oil, on the current economic events in the market? I think that it's possible we sweep the Monday low and maybe contest this liquidity here and then hold off that with your invalidation below the low here. I think that this is a possible scenario you could look out for. I also think that a sweep of that weekly low, because we looked at it on the higher time frame just now and we liked what we saw. What's probable? We've been seeing tight price action on BCH. We don't want to get caught in between a lick swipe here though as well. So just because you're seeing compressed price action doesn't mean that you do want to act sort of compressed. So you definitely want to calculate your plays when it comes to a coin in this market. And needless to say, BCH is giving you price action to do so. I like what I see when I'm pulling up this chart. I'm going to keep my eyes onto it because there's a potential that we hold here and then start to push up further, of which I'll just have to look for that for a re-entry because there's 4 hours left to close this one day. I don't want to act too quick. I don't want to also anticipate a hold here on it. I think that you get a lot smoother RR looking for a sweep of the Monday low and a potential contest of this wick there. I'm going to keep that as a potential play. ETH is coming up to a big level of resistance. On a chart, guys, the first thing I like to do is I like to spot my levels of demand. I like to open the chart from the weekly, and then I like to scroll it down to the lower time frame. I like to do it like that so that I understand what I'm even looking at in the first place. You need to know where to execute. And if you were looking at ETH this whole time within this range, then you knew as long as it was closing over this level, it should have been good for higher. Those higher lows help you get yourself into an entry. And now the last 4 weeks of price action, including this week, so the last 3 weeks of price action, have been up candles from Ethereum after a lot of downside. We definitely want to look at what's happened in the past. Last time we had 3 weekly candles, we rejected up into the fourth one. And we haven't really seen 3 weekly candles since the top consistently, consecutively. The only time we did was right here before eventual cascades down. And then this one again before we climbed up for a little bit longer and then retraced down. We printed this high here at around 2450 with a low at 2180. We're currently trading at 2300. That's another thing that I like to keep in the aspect of the most recent price action. If I'm looking to get positioned now, that's the thought process that I have. From a liquidity aspect, do I think a sweep in either direction is more likely before the next move? And which way, so that I can calculate and analyze a position accordingly? Do I think a higher low is more likely? Position accordingly. I like a top-end retest of the zone. So naturally, I'm starting to gravitate towards a retest at around 2120. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that because they only want to see up, as well do I. But I also like to think what's logical. And that's a logical entry, in my opinion. If ETH were to go to 2120, I would be inclined to believe that that's a good retest. What I don't like is that my limit bot is sending out shorts since yesterday afternoon. So for 24 hours, it's had the opinion that we should get some short entries. And why I don't like that is because we retested right below the short entries and rejected. So on the weekly, once I have my level, once I understand where like previous range lows were before we actually broke down into the most recent range that we're in, that was at around 26.25. That's this low here that painted up into these highs. So this is a range on its own. So I'm going to point that out on my chart just for future reference. I'm going to also look way back into the chart here and kind of see how price action developed around this flip so that I know how to react moving forward. So if I just look at this price action here, have good reason to believe that in the future, this should be a relevant area or zone of interest that we need to flip before higher. So that's how you get your zones of interest. So I'll just draw it out on my chart. And now we could scroll in because nothing's giving us a reason to believe that we're going to go to 2600 just yet. If we were to get a flip of this zone, we did get a one-day candle above that level. So that was a good sign. What's not a good sign is closures below and clear traders looking to short a push down. That is not what I like to see on ETH. That gives me reason to believe that we could at least get 2120, at least. So if we were to pop to 2360, man, that would be perfect. And that goes in line with where my limit bot wants to short. That is where I would like to short as well. If I was looking for a short entry, I'm looking for a short up here, honestly. Just off of today's price action, I don't think we're going to get that. But I'm going to place limits for that. I like that for my limit entry. I'm going to place limits at 23, let's call it what? 2370 up to 2390. 2360 to 2380. Let's do that. I actually do like that for a lower high potential on ETH. Given how strong crude oil is and how weak alts are, if we get that retest that we're signaling on crude oil, it should give a little alt relief for us to pop up into this lower high here before a potential rejection if the lows are painted on CL. I like that as a clip too, Gatal. Let's get that clipped up so I can give it to people that aren't on stream today. So I'm going to be looking for this for a retest. I would then put my alerts on because now we're looking into a play and now we have a play sort of in our horizon. We want to get alerted in case we're not on. I will also set an alert for the lows of yesterday because that would mean that the Monday low is being swept. And we could potentially look for a long entry to guide us into that short. So I would not look for a long right now. Even though if we hold it would look kind of good, I would more or less look for a short. As long as we don't get any crazy news into the closing. Because remember, we still have about 4 hours left into closing time. So we could potentially get some crazy news that launches ETH to 2400. And we don't really even want to look to get into that short anymore. So I have the limit for now. That's subject to cancel. Because we might get something that leads us into that short that we don't like. If we close today's one-day candle at around this level, and we act strong into maybe a potential low sweep into that short, I'll look to close that as well. So I do want to get that potential short entry, soon. I wouldn't really want that if we sweat today's low and then reverse back up into it. I wouldn't really want that. And if we do reject the low and we close below it pretty aggressively, then I would be inclined to believe that we could potentially go to 21.21. Look at how we're holding right now. Look at this. How's this happening? We just held $24 on ETH right there. Trump is extending ceasefire. There it is. Okay. See what I'm saying, guys? Anything can move this market. And as 6 seconds ago, like you could see it in the chart. It literally came out after I looked. So the price action is already happening before the tweet even comes out, guys. Like, this is crazy. Look at that. 5 minutes ago, S&P 500 wipes out 420 billion. Closing lower as Iran makes a final decision not to attend U.S. talks in Pakistan tomorrow. 5 minutes after that, Trump's extending ceasefire deal until Iran submits unified proposal and discussions conclude. What? It's a good clip to tell. We have a short limit, and I actually like this news happening where our limit is. I like that this news is happening before the Monday low is swept. It gives a logical entry for lower time frame traders to take their longs with their invalidation below these lows. That's a logical entry for a long. You also had a short with an invalidation above the high at 2%. So you get a logical long entry. I wouldn't have shorted that. I would not have shorted that. My short entry is up here. And it also front runs people from their longs. And you're already up 1%. So if you were taking longs at 22.98, you want to move your stops break even. So I hope I made myself clear from an intraday perspective for scalps. This is how I've been scalping for the last week or two. I didn't want to do it today because I didn't think it would work. And even if it worked, I'm okay taking a limit short higher. I have a plan higher. I want you guys to realize that you could always make long plans for market, short plans for market, long plans for limit, or short plans for limit. It's okay to be sidelined. That's a good clip. I'm going to end my analysis there for everything that I wanted to look at today. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming by. As always, have a good one.